Hi, this is Jim Phillips with Remember Veteran Grave Markers. When I started this, I was just astonished by the condition of government-furnished grave markers being dirty, unreadable, things of that nature. What I have found over the years of working on government-furnished grave markers is the stories that the grave markers tell. A while back, I met vicariously met Buffalo soldiers, 10th Regiment. So I found that interesting. I said, wow, this is really cool. A headstone I knew nothing about, little research, next thing you know, you find something out. And that is just really cool. And I think that's one of the beauties of looking at cemeteries is going out and taking a look at the headstones, the ones you're cleaning, and then learning something about them. Now, today I want to talk to you about something. It came upon me as a surprise because I never made the connections until recently. Through the past couple of years, I have been cleaning a variety of headstones in almost all of the cemeteries in Lucas County. Of particular note is the name Navarre. Now, that may be unfamiliar to some people, but in the Toledo area, that name Navarre is synonymous with the War of 1812 and a famous scout who supported the war effort against the British with Oliver Hazard Perry and General William Harrison. So William Henry Harrison. So this is really kind of interesting because he was the one who kind of is identified as kind of founding the east side of Toledo, east of the Maumee. Well, that's kind of important. And it's interesting in and of itself is that, okay, you have a headstone, you'll see it, with his name on it, Peter Navarre. Wow, pretty cool. Now, I cleaned a lot of headstones across Lucas County, and I came across 5 other Navarre names. And I didn't give them much thought other than the fact that, hey, wonder if they're related to Peter. Well, one day I decided to go check with Find a Grave and look at Peter, and I find that the graves that I had worked on were all related, that were in Navarre, were all related to Peter. I said, wow, that is pretty stinking cool. We have Peter Navarre Jr. All these guys served in the Civil War, but Peter Navarre Jr., James Navarre, Daniel Navarre, Eli Navarre, Oliver Benjamin Navarre. Now, some of these guys are at Willow Cemetery. The other ones are at Calvary Cemetery. Another one is at Mount Carmel Cemetery. But they were all here, and it's just beautiful to be able to make the connection that God not only took care of their dad, but they took care of their dad's sons. Or I took care of these sons and I took care of their father. It's really kind of cool to see the family being weaved together, and I was part of that and be able to make those connections. Now, there's another brother whose name is Lambert. He's buried in Willow Cemetery, but I have not been able to find his grave. He did serve in the Civil War. But I don't have that. But I am pleased to say that some of these others I have done. Now, Daniel, I mentioned Daniel Navarre. Daniel Navarre was buried in Sandusky. So he's not buried in Lucas County. But I do have a picture of his headstone there. I thought it was interesting. All these guys were veterans of the Civil War. Their dad was a veteran of the War of 1812, and they all have a great story to tell and a great pedigree. I would suspect, given the number of Navarres in that group, plus the daughters that are not shown, is that they probably have a great number of family members in Lucas County and the surrounding counties. For this reason, it would be a great sadness if they did not participate in the sons of Union veterans of the Civil War or daughters of Union veterans of the Civil War or the Society of 1812, because they have family who have a wonderful military pedigree. So please keep that in mind. There's something to be had here. And who knows, with the number of people that are in this group, you might even be related. Take care. This is Jim Phillips with Remember Veteran Grave Markers. Please like, subscribe, share, and enjoy the videos. And if necessary, and if you have so a desire, say yes. I like to see more of these, and comment about them, because we always appreciate your comments. Take care. God bless. Bye.